tell us about when President Trump is ordering these raids and the fact that there are children involved in many of these operations, when Gavin Newsom is saying, oh, we can't do it because there's kids there. What's really going on, Sav? Take us deep into these operations.
Absolutely, Jack. Well, I think it's important to remember that hundreds of thousands of children were lost under the Biden administration as a direct result of the open border policy. So I think that so much happened over the last 4 years with the illegal immigration crisis that we truly do forget how horrific it was, especially for children. I mean, these children were lost, and now they're showing up at these marijuana farms. You have child labor laws that have been broken in multiple states. So it's so important and so incredible to see these ICE raids happen. Now, the media, of course, is trying to...
Wait. Let me just say it, because they told us the kids were lost. Those kids weren't lost at all, were they?
No, absolutely
not. They
not.
were sent to these farms. They were sent to these labor camps. They were sent to textile plants and all these other places. That's why they're getting raided right now. And I believe the DHS, I don't think we have the picture. I don't know if we can put it because it's minors and they're blurred out. They just released a photo of the children that are, some of these 11 years old, 12 years old, were liberated during the ICE raids.
Absolutely, Jack. And I think that regarding all of the illegal immigration reporting that I've done, some of the most harrowing stories have come from ICE agents, Border Patrol agents, National Guard, who have found children thrown in barbed wire by the cartel members who abandoned them at the border because their parents paid for them to be trafficked over the border. But once they got into the country, it was fair game for these children. These children were sexually assaulted, making that journey into the United States of America. So these poor kids have gone through so many horrific things in their lives, and then when they come to the United States, they're working for the cartels and are essentially slaves to the cartels. The Biden administration, of course, kind of looked the other way for that one, and so I'm so happy to see these raids happening now and for justice being done for the children who have been lost in these areas. So
when we look at it from that perspective, it's about liberation of the children, but also, hold on a second, who are these industries then that are running these farms, that are running these industries? Because you really mean to tell me that they're just working, showing up for work there every day, and the people running the farms don't know about it? Of course they know.
Of course they know, Jack, and this is something that's been going on for decades. I mean, I've been hearing about farms all across the United States of America, and also those major factories, a lot of the big brands that we are familiar with, in which children are working in these areas. And like you're saying, the owners of these factories, the owners of these farms know exactly who's working on their farms, or perhaps they're misled because of fraudulent documents that have been, bought and sold in black markets throughout the United States of America. So that's why it's so important that we clean up this issue and continue these ICE raids, because, like we're saying, it's not only children that are impacted here, but you also have criminal illegal aliens that are working on these farms, right, Jack? We're consistently hearing from the media, well, if illegal immigrants do not have a criminal record, then they can stay. Never forget the story of Molly Tibbetts, who back in 2018 was kidnapped and murdered by an illegal immigrant who had no prior record, who was working on a farm. This is why we need mass deportations of every single illegal immigrant in this country, because guess what? Crossing the border illegally is a federal crime, so they all need to go home.